Hi, my name is Bruce Murchie. I'm an Australian. I live in Hampton. I've been up here for a couple of days doing the commercial conversion course with Glenn. And the reason that I've done this is because I want to move into larger scale investment. So I've been involved in property probably for 5 years. I've got 2 properties in Melbourne, Australia. I've done some flips in Wales. I've currently got a bungalow development that I'm doing in Burton-on-Trent, as well as that'll become a flip. So I've picked that up and doing that currently at the moment. My job at the moment is I'm really maybe a customer relationship person or a project manager for an IT company. I run my own business here in the UK. I've been doing that for nearly 20 years and I'm probably a little bit stale at it now, and I want to move into something else. I've got some grandchildren that I want to be able to send to private school in Australia, and I'm looking for those sorts of returns to be able to do that here. So I came along to Glenn's course, learn how to be able to do this at a higher scale. I'm involved with Progressive doing the VIP program. My mentor is Mark Homer, and that's absolutely fantastic. I think between the information that I've picked up with Glenn here today and what it is that I'll do with Mark is absolutely fabulous and take me along the right path. And as well as that, I've got Shaz to be able to do on the accounting and tax side. Absolutely fantastic. I think it's a good winning combination all the way around. When you look at the numbers that go up on the board, and it's, I don't know, whether it's 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever the cost is, what is the cost of not achieving a result? It's a cost in relation to the project, and the project is to be able to, it's a long-term project, and you just put the number in on the spreadsheet, and that's the cost of whatever it is to be able to achieve. So if you're thinking, oh well, I'll try this on my own, I'm not sure that's the case. I think maybe you need someone to give you a kick in the backside every now and again. You certainly need access to what's going on in the industry, and you need up-to-date information. So if you're dithering, then don't dither, just find the money somehow. If you can't afford to do it now, then come back in a few months' time, save up your pennies and come up with a project and allow that to be able to fund your education. That's what it's about. It's an education process. It's a learning process, and as a result of that, you'll get the returns out of it in the long run. It's well worth the time and the investment that you put into it. When you come to Progressive, you're possibly inundated with a number of strategies. There's rent-to-rent, there's service accommodation, there's this, that, there's everything else. And at some stage, you've got to put a stake in the ground. It depends what it is that your comfort level is. For me, I'm happy to be able to go with a larger project, so commercial developments. Commercial development doesn't necessarily mean that I'm taking a huge office block and converting it. It can be a shop, and I can use prior approval to be able to turn that into a residential. That's not a huge investment to be able to be done, both in time and the total project time. It can be done well within 12 months. So you can be doing a few of these projects at any particular stage to be able to move through. So pick a strategy and work out what that strategy is and stick to it and become professional at it. That's the best piece of advice I can provide to you. And come to Progressive and learn those skills. I'm in a weekly group whereby there's 5 of us and we do a telephone call. 4 of us are Australian and in fact one's New Zealander and the other one is from England. So what we have all previously done is that we've been to a previous training program. We paid our money, we went along and did the mentoring program, and the mentoring fell down. The person who was standing on top of the stage didn't have the right structure underneath. This is a different sort of organisation. This is chalk and cheese, We paid a lot of money. We paid 5 figures. And that was an expensive ouch, but it got us into it. Do we begrudge that? The answer is no. But this is much more professional. This is good. This is what it is that we were looking for. This is what we were expecting in the first stage, and we were hoping that we were going to get out of that. We didn't. We've come here and we're still investing.